Next, let's quickly discuss about cloud computing stack. Cloud computing has changed the way of doing the business and how individuals use the technology services. But how does it work? Let's discuss the cloud computing stack that make up the cloud. Cloud computing stack refers to the layers of technology and services that make up the cloud computing infrastructure. It's like a pyramid where each layer is built on top of each other. Cloud computing stack provides a way to build and deploy the applications without investing in physical infrastructure or managing the softwares. By understanding the layers of cloud computing stack, you can better understand how the cloud works. Let's understand the cloud computing stack with a basic example. Let's say you want to create a web application that allow users to store and share photos. We will use the cloud computing stack to build the application. Here is how it might look. Let's start from the bottom of the stack. At the bottom of the stack, you would need the physical infrastructure to run your application. This could include servers, storage, and networking hardware. Instead of buying and maintaining your own physical hardware, you could use a cloud service provider like AWS or Microsoft Azure to provide the physical infrastructure. Cloud service provider manage this physical infrastructure for you. On top of the physical layer, we have a hypervisor which helps you to virtualize the physical infrastructure. Once you have access to the physical infrastructure, you would need to create a virtual servers to run your application. You could use a service like EC2, Microsoft Azure virtual machines to create and manage your virtual servers. You can choose your own operating system, storage, and networking components. This layer is generally referred as a infrastructure as a service, as it provides you the virtual infrastructure to host your applications. Once you have your virtual servers in place, you would need to install and configure the softwares that application require. This layer can include things like operating system, database, and middleware. By providing these tools and services, the platform layer makes it easier for developers to create and deploy the applications on the cloud. As a developers, you don't need to create and manage the infrastructure. You just need to build the application and the infrastructure is managed by the cloud service provider. This is generally referred as a platform as a service. Now that your platform is set up, you would need to build your application. This could involve writing code, adding features like text, messaging or payment system, emails. This layer makes it easy to access the application without the need of any change at customer end. This layer is generally referred as a software as a service or a SaaS layer. Finally, at the top of the stack, we have the user. This is where user interact with the cloud. This layer include the interfaces such as web portals, mobile apps, and APIs that allow users to access the services provided by the cloud. So based on level of control and management flexibility, you can select how you want to host your web application. Let's say if you want the full control on your web application, then you can go for the infrastructure as a service. You can host your own EC2 instance or Azure virtual machine. That EC2 instance or Azure virtual machine will be in your full control. So you can easily create, delete, or scale the EC2 instance or the Azure virtual machine whenever you need. So that's basically the infrastructure as a service. But if you want to use the pre-built platform and you don't want to manage the underlying EC2 or the virtual machine, then you can host your application as a platform as a service model. Cloud computing stack provides a way to build and deploy the complex applications without investing into the physical infrastructure. By using the cloud computing services, you can focus on building your application rather than worrying about managing the underlying technology and infrastructure.